Hello and welcome, everyone. This is IAPMA's third or fourth virtual program. Now I'm losing track. I am Nicole Donnelly, the president of IAPMA, and I'm very happy that we are able to share these virtual events with you. It allows us to travel during this time of the pandemic and also to see some of the wonderful projects that other members have been presenting around the world. Today, we will be hearing from Ilze Dilane, who recently organized a paper symposium and exhibition at the Rite School in Latvia, and the exhibition is at the Botanical Garden. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the live stream to Facebook going. But I hope you can all join me in welcoming Ilze, and thank you so much for making this presentation today. I know that we can't hear claps and applause, but you can also make a reaction in your bottom button by doing such things as this. So with that, I will turn things over to Ilze. Thank you very much.
Oh, hello everyone. So I will share my screen and I will show a presentation. I have put together many pictures. This is like visual material about this papermaking did already second time this summer. So okay, can you see it? So is it all right? Nicole, can you see? Okay, good. So this summer, between the pandemic lockdowns, we had fantastic symposium, many people and even guests from Denmark. So, okay, here you can see a list of participants. Mostly we had artists and art teachers from Latvia and some guests from Denmark, even musicians. Okay, here is picture from the garden. So here is the courtyard of the school. So we have many rooms where to work. Okay, first day I did a presentation about IAPMA, and I was showing all the members' works that Helene had put together as a slideshow. So, and then after that, artists and art teachers and even some big making and paper. So here Dina is, she's my colleague from art school and textile artist, and she's showing her presentation and her work. Okay. And then after that we started with in two groups. One group was doing vegetable and fruit paper workshop and watercolor for I mean, we made paper for watercolor. So here you can see some samples. which Erika had made to show us. It's vegetable and fruit paper. So here you can see process, all the nice ornaments that can be if you cut in pieces some vegetables like cabbage. And here the other group is working on paper making. So we made some sheets of watercolor paper and experimented with denim paper and pulp painting as well. So yeah, still some artists making paper and pulp painting. Well, and then at the end of the class, we could experiment and mix together different pulps and different layers of paper. So yeah, here you can see already some results. At the end, we made a lot of paper and there was no space to dry it, so we were looking for a space to dry outside some paper in the sun. So actually that worked very well. Okay. Next day we started with lamps. So the first thing to do it was to make armatures, and after that we could make paper and put it on kind of on armatures that we made from all the recycled lampshades, and then structure with a wire. Okay, here we are making paper for lamps, and we had 2 guests who wanted to participate, but since we were already so many people in the group, so they could not participate this year, but they're very excited to participate next year if that will be possible. So still work on armatures, so in different times since we were many people, and so we had some kids who were very interested to make some things from paper. So here can you see in the process, like this armature is dipped into the pulp, and then later it was added some paper as well. So at the end it looked like this. So some more paper. So we were very different people, and so the lamps came out very different as well. So and since our watercolor paper was dry, then we could start experimenting with watercolor painting. So this class was where Dina was showing watercolor tricks, how you can make different effects with salt, alcohol, turpentine, fabric, sponge, and so on. So here is another group working. So Erika is excited to experiment with alcohol on watercolor. So here are some results what came out of this. Of course, there were so many possibilities, so we could use different paper as well, not only our handmade paper. Another watercolor class, Erika Mulder was teaching. So this was watercolor from nature for small things, plants that we could find outside in the garden. So here's collection of small things and already some paintings. Here you can see already some results of this class. Thursday, it was the last day for Danish group. Then they wanted to say thank you, and we had special dinner afterwards, but we had some music and pop-up exhibition. So we had saxophone player from Denmark, Anders Bast. So, and yeah, some presents and thank yous and some guests who came to see exhibition. Okay, here we are preparing for dinner as well. So here can you see some pictures from exhibition. So we were able already to fix some electricity in our new made lamps. Okay, here is some other work, some shades, lamp shades without electricity, but still exhibited in a window that we could see the light going through them. Here is actually that's process how we still we're installing all the work. Okay, some of our experiments with abaca and plants and laminated between the sheets, and Erika Zutere's oak leaves, which she was cooking 8 hours, but we use them just to laminate between the sheets. So you can see those in the window, and then many flowers laminated into the abaca sheet. And as always, somebody very interested to make things from wire and then put paper around. So we got nice birds and dolphins and glasses in some place. There are okay. Somebody that's the owner of the school, so he's looking what we have done in this class, in this symposium, basically. So it looks very nice if you put this paper with grass and many other things in a window. So it's nice to see all the structure. And then we had so very healthy food. It was vegetarian, but very. So we had such a call for lunch, and since we were working very hard, so that was a good sound for us. So here you can see some of the food that we had, and very busy after hard work. So here is some homemade bread as well, and the last day cake. So somehow all this food kind of works together with our symposium. It's nice to have some things from around. People bring us some berries and vegetables from their gardens. So we can make paper from them, we can cook them as well. So at the end, once made a trip to Lithuania, so I got such nice pictures. Never have time to go to the trips because then I usually have to clean up everything after. But there is possibility because Lithuania basically is only 6 kilometers from that Rite's folk school where the symposium took place. So this little town was like probably 15 kilometers from there. Here are just some pictures from this trip. Here's a big ranch renovated and like a hotel, and they make some interesting things there. So it's like excursion, small town, some old buildings. Okay, and then right now we have exhibition at Latvia's University Botanical Garden, and that exhibition is there from October 19th and will be until the end of the year. And we had already one interview, so that will be published in November, 23rd of November. And there was the journalist was, since we have pandemic and lockdown right now, she was interested to do article like about the process, and I showed how to make simple ways how to make paper, how to cook leaves and press them on the paper, and this is like step by step publication with idea that people could do it themselves. And the other part was I showed how to make vegetable papers, so from red beets and apples. So we'll see. It will come out and very soon how it will look. Hope it will be all right. So, and yes, we still didn't had any opening of exhibition, so we are doing like unofficial exhibition opening just to meet with the artists. We'll meet just to see each other and talk about the exhibition. So that will be next week, Wednesday, and that's our national day. It's holiday, so we will meet in Botanical Garden. We cannot be more than 10 people, so I hope we can manage that. Okay, here will be some. Here is a poster for the exhibition, and you can. Here will be some pictures. This is exhibition view, how it looks in Botanical Garden, and with all the yellowish leaves outside. So, okay, here is vegetable paper. Some of our experiments. Okay, paper masks and the glasses which I have from wire. Not very easy to see, but these are here. Okay, lamps. Here is Christine's crown and bracelet with beads. You cannot see it probably, but it's there is a paper on this wire structure, and she sewed some beads in between. So okay, there are some experiments with different plant fibers. as well. So here is a lot cucumber and kiwi paper. Okay, and that's all I think.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for
Ilze.
listening. And if you have any questions, please. Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay. At this point, everyone can unmute themselves if you wish, or you can type in the chat to make a comment. Oh, from Gunis Evrim, thank you, Ilse. You are an inspiring woman. Congrats. I agree. This is I think it's
Actually, we
wonderful.
printed.
Sorry?
We actually printed cards, so I can show you here with everybody's work. This is the paper glasses. So, okay, here is them. One. Okay, here is another. Every participant has one card with their work. So cabbage and pineapple paper. This is the bracelet with on a metal structure and with beads. So here is a mask. This kiwi paper, Erica's, and probably I should have said the names. Yeah, this is one more lamp and another one. Okay, that's basically this project what we have done this summer, and it was really blessing that we could manage it between the lockdowns, and people were really happy that they could come and in the summer and participate in this symposium. So, okay. Is there any questions?
Okay, so we have a question or a comment, question and comment from Mary Hebner. Nature seems to influence your work a lot. Are you close enough to the Baltic Sea that the sea also influences you?
No, Riga is close to the sea, and yes, no, of course it influenced, but this symposium is basically the idea is to use nature and the fibers from nature from our surroundings. So we are got some kiwis and pineapples to make paper, but last year we used all we could find in the garden. So yeah. If that will be possible, but it's usually not so easy to find a place close to the sea to organize such event. So it would be very interesting to make like symposium or some kind of paper making workshop at the sea. We have pretty big area of seas around here in Latvia.
Wonderful. Do we have any other comments or
But
questions?
thank you very much for. Yeah.
Okay. Ilse, can you hear me? Yes.
I can hear you.
There
Yes.
we go. Sorry, a
Okay.
little bit of internet trouble today, but
Yeah, that happens in some periods. Usually at night, maybe everybody's
watching movies, or we do that
evening.
here. Mm.
Yeah.
So Ilse,
But thank you very much. I was looking at the comments. So it's yeah.
okay. So I think we lost a little bit of your audio, Ilse, in your last statement. But this was a really big effort that you made to organize this symposium, and also to do this 2 years in a row, and maybe if it's possible to do it next year as well. What is your vision? What more would you like to do with this in the next years?
Yes. I'm thinking because the interesting thing is not always come the same people. Basically, we always need to do the basic things, but usually we find some new workshops or some of our members, they can teach something that they have learned or some ideas, and that's the basic idea of symposium, that not only I'm teaching everything, but the other we have two Erics, that's confusing, but one Erika Zuter, who is participating here, she was teaching vegetable paper, but she actually is very good. She can teach eco printing as well, and we have done this in other workshops in other places. But yes, the new thing this year was that we had those two different watercolor workshops. So, and I think next year there could be something else. I haven't thought too much about that right now, but still a lot, some work to do with exhibition, and this exhibition was planned till the end of November, but it will be
Okay, and I have lost your audio again, but maybe other folks did not. But I think it's wonderful that on each symposium, the participants can learn new and different skills. And there's just so much value in that hands-on, in-person experience. And I think it was so lucky to be able to have that and share it with people this year in particular. but also to be able to see the finished artwork at the Botanical Garden, because the paper art that the participants made is really lovely, you know. And Ilse, are you able to respond here? Oh dear. All right. It is possible that Ilse's internet has decided to quit. She is still here, but I think having a little bit of technical difficulties. So I will ask for everyone to thank Ilse. We can try to mute everyone again. Actually, everyone besides myself and Ilse are muted. Our only other option is to turn off videos as well. Oops.
Adam %100'ine gitmiş yani hocam.
Okay, Ilse? All right. If we are not able to get Ilse back, I would just ask everyone to thank Ilse and give her a round of applause. You can use the reaction button. I'm sorry for I'm sorry for the technical glitches. Of course, none of us can help that. But Ilse, I think, has done such an incredible job. She is, here's Ilse. We are thanking you for your wonderful presentation. And I would also like to thank you as a part
Yeah,
of...
sound is not very...
Here you are. You can try to turn off your video and unmute yourself. I'm not sure if that will work. But I will just say many thanks to Ilse as a member of the IAPMA committee and helping with the production of the bulletin. Ilse is also just so very active, trying to promote paper in Latvia and elsewhere. And I think your dedication to spreading the love of paper art is really remarkable. And thank you. Okay, and before before everyone leaves, I will also just promote our last virtual event. Will be happening next Saturday, 6 p.m. Sofia, Bulgaria, so 1800 hours. Daniela Todorova will be presenting about the 2020 Amateris and Sofia Paper Art Festival. So I hope you can join us then. And Ilse, if you are able to unmute yourself and say goodbyes, I hope you can do that now. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Ilse. And I hope to be able to come to Latvia sometime soon. I hope we can all travel again sometime soon. Stay healthy. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Ilse. Bye.